Pick up, everybody. It's your girl, Sophie South, back here on Sophia's Football Talk. I missed you guys. I haven't been live for, I think it's probably almost 3 weeks. Y'all know me. I moved, got my own place, and I had to sort some things out. Honestly, this setup is not like fully finished. We're still trying to figure out. I'm having some new lights coming in so we can get better lighting. Literally set up a little area here in my balcony because it was kind of like the only plausible place in this apartment. But I'm excited. Got a new mic with the mic stand, all of that. I hope that the sound is sounding all right. I really do hope so. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that I need to change in terms of the sound, yada, yada, yada. Let me know what you guys are thinking about how things are looking. Obviously, Sir Alex Ferguson. We got some Funko Pops of Michael Jackson, Harry Potter. We got my own pillow of my own logo. We got Lisa Simpson here with the losers sign. Like, hello. We had to customize. We had to come correct, you know what I'm saying? But it's finally good to be back. I'm back to work literally in about 4 days. I feel like this vacation, which has been me mostly focusing on moving, all of that, has just gone by so quickly. But I'm glad I'm here. Sorry for being late. It's a lot of stuff that I had to sort out in the background, technical difficulties, but we are here. We're going to be live now for the at least next 20 to 30 minutes, talking about, of course, all things Man United. But I want to talk about some other transfer news, some big news, first and foremost, at the very beginning. Because I ain't gonna lie, seeing some of the rivals, the way they're moving, it's making me a little bit sad, But hey, we're going to get into it. I hope that everybody's doing well. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Pick up football with ends. Hope you're doing well, mate. We have the ops here. Very fitting that you're here because we're talking about your team first. So, Alexander Isak, my fellow East African, fellow Scandinavian, has decided to say to Newcastle, I want to go. I want to leave. He said to leave. And they're maybe about to say, okay, we're gonna cash in then. If he goes to this club, might as well just hand him over the title right now. Like literally. By the way, big up for the comment though. And oh, yikes. So, for by Craig Hope, Alexander Isak tells Newcastle he wants to explore move away from the club. It's kind of like when somebody that you're dating is saying, you know what? I think we should go our separate ways. I want to explore, my options out there. Explore what? Just tell me you're breaking up so we can just move on. What are you exploring? What are you talking about? Just say you don't want me. You're gonna go, and see if the grass is greener somewhere else. In this instance, with Newcastle, respectfully Newcastle, big up to you, but the grass is greener. It definitely is a lot more greener. And a reporter by Fabrizio Romano says, understand, Alexander Isak remains a target for Liverpool, even after signing Ekitike, who they signed very recently, but depends on Newcastle. If Newcastle opens the door for an exit and Liverpool sell Diaz, who's been linked with Bayern Munich, they can bid after direct contact made 10 days ago. Isak not in concrete talks with Al Hilal so far, who he's also been rumored to have like a move away. So we'll see. By the way, I hope there's no background noise. I had to have the fan on because here in Norway, surprisingly, July has been insane good weather, but it's been very hot, especially in the apartment. So windows are open. We got the fan here because yikes, Lord. If not, then I will not make it. And I want to make it, you know? Isak would be a brilliant signing for anybody. He would instantly get into any team in the world. That's how good he is. Yes, there's some injuries there. Don't get it twisted. But he's a brilliant player. 100% a brilliant player. So, it just makes me sad. But it is what it is. We got to move. And it looks to be that, like, I'm just, the amount of money Liverpool has spent is mad in this window with, breaking what the record for Vince, spending lots of money for Ekitike. And I'm not hating on you spending lots of money because even though lots of people be hating on when we spend a lot of money, people are saying that we ruined the market when we signed Cunha. I'm like, oh yeah, we ruined the market for signing Cunha for 63 million. Yeah, that's of course, it's warranted. Yeah, we ruined the market. Not people that, clubs signing players for 100+ mil. No, surely that doesn't ruin the market. And Ekitike, I've seen some Frankfurt games here and there, like when they've been like in the Champions League and like in the Europa League, but I'm not going to sit there and say I'm an expert on Ekitike. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not at all. I heard great things, seen a little bit. What I've seen, it's a player there. But we've been linked with him, and I didn't want him because I just felt like getting such a young player from Man United and have him be the number one striker doesn't make sense. For Liverpool, if you look away the money I think was insane. Other than that, it is a good club to get into. You already have somebody, you won't be the one that they fully focus and rely all the goals from. You have a Salah that can chime in. You have a, Cody Hackwood that can chime in as well. They should be all right. They should be all right. Imagine if they get Isak, though. That will hurt me. Because then, instantly, I'm going to say, I think that's a wrap then for the rest of us. They might freaking win a quad. Literally. And that would hurt me. That really would hurt me. But you know what? There's another thing. Gyökeres, it's done. To Arsenal. He's now officially a new Arsenal player as every document has now been approved and exchanged, reported by Fabrizio Romano. This was a whole saga, in a lot of ways, not exactly in the same way as when Man United got Mbeumo over the line. Thankfully, he's now in the US, part of the tour, and we'll talk about all things Man United a little bit later because we didn't have more time. I just wanted to get the rivals transfers over the line first, the more key ones. But with Gyökeres, that is an incredible signing. I want him, but I have to hate on him. I don't want to see this. At OT, I don't want to see it. I definitely do not want to see that celebration at OT against us. That's going to hurt me. That will make me sick. Really. Literally. So yeah, but we have to wait and see. I mean, what are we going to do? We're linked with the striker as well. We'll talk about that shortly. But damn, just feel like everybody else are getting like that. The very few good ones we have. And there's the striker market isn't all that. We all know that. It really isn't. It actually isn't all that one bit. But what can you do? What can you do? Let me know your thoughts about these two signings so far. Xavi Simons to Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano. Very active. Very active. Chelsea and RB Leipzig continue direct club-to-club talks for Xavi Simons. RB Leipzig, aware of Xavi being very keen on move and tempted by Chelsea, Bayern made calls to be informed this week, but Chelsea clear favorites, already in talks, and with players green light. I like Xavi Simons. We've been linked with him before, but, there's a player there, maybe not exactly for the price that they're asking for, and he's not a player that will kind of be like a needle mover for Man United. He will still get in, don't get it twisted, but it's not exactly the one that I'm looking for. For Chelsea, I think he will definitely get straight in. They have, with the whole Mudryk thing, doping scandal, all of that, and Nkunku leaving, they do need some other, maybe some strength, even though they have a Bino Gittins that's coming, a João Pedro will probably play a little bit more up top. You already have a Liam Delap. Madueke left to Arsenal very recently, so there's a door there for Xavi Simons, who plays a lot more centrally. And you can have a Cole Palmer that has been very good on the right, but that can play in the middle, of course, as we know. So lots of options. And Garnacho is still an option as well, because some people think, does this maybe ruin the move for Garnacho? Not necessarily. It doesn't. And I'll talk about that very shortly. So, before we step into the Man United related news, make sure you give this video here a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 6K, 10K by the end of the year. We've been slacking, unfortunately, but to be fair, I was busy with moving. So we're trying to sort everything out, plans for next season, being active, especially now that I have my own place. I can go live whenever I want, off my day job duties, of course, after those hours. But we're going to try to be a lot more active and have more guests on. Yes, I cannot wait, excited. United, Ollie Watkins. Reported by Ben Jacobs. Aston Villa don't really want to sell Ollie Watkins, but there were talks and engage in conversation. Man United won't move at 60 million. And this is what I was saying. Because for me, I've been very clear with the whole, you know what, let me read the report and then I'll give you guys my 2 cents about Ollie Watkins potentially coming to Man United. So, however, he might not be for sale now, but that doesn't mean he won't be for sale towards the end of the window. If the price drop, you never know, is what Ben Jacobs says. So for me, I was saying I don't really want Ollie Watkins. I've been saying that for the price. 60 million, no thank you. He's my age, like about to be, I'm pretty sure he's born 95, about to be 30 later this year, I think. So we ain't getting any younger. A lot more mature, but prime proven. Don't get twisted. Prime proven. I'm saying if it's like a 40 million for Ollie Watkins, I'm saying hell yeah. I'm saying yes. But the striker market is so limited. When you have Ekitike that went to Liverpool. Okay, I think he's going to do very well. I hope he doesn't, but I think he's going to do well. And especially if they get Isak, Ekitike can play on the left as well. A wrap. Holland, already at City. Gyökeres now to Arsenal. Like the João Pedro, so far, especially in the Club World Cup when he's played, been exceptional. Been a big part why they won that competition, why they ended up beating PSG, making it very easy in that final, So, yeah, but a couple of these clubs are they're calm with their strikers. We're slacking. We're not. Ollie Watkins, I'd rather have him than a Højlund. And I don't think Xerxes he's not a 9. Let's be honest. We know he ain't a 9. So we need something else. We do. We need something else, someone else to lead the line for Man United. We really, really, really do. So we need to do something different. Something very, very, very different, respectfully. So for me, I've changed my mind. I'm not opposed to it, but once again, it cannot be for 60 million. It has to be for around 40 million. Then I'll be like, okay, you know what, bring it for 2, 3 years. Why not? See how it can go. I still do want Høyland out. If we could get a Mateta, that would be my definitely one of my top targets. Victor Osimhen I would love, but he's going to Galatasaray, so I need to just give up on any of the Victors at this point. And there you have that. And you obviously will also be linked with Benjamin Šeško. Leipzig has dropped his price target from 100 million to 70 million. I still do think that 70 million is a bit too much. I just am not really that gassed about Benjamin Šeško. We also been linked with Nicholas Jackson, but Chelsea won 70 million. I'm saying hell no. Even if it was 10 million, I would say no. I don't want Nicholas Jackson. I don't like him. Didn't like him with Chelsea. I don't think he's going to be good for Man United either. And I know I will be right. I was really right with the Mount situation. I think I'll be doggone spot on with Jackson. I don't think that will be a good deal at all. I'm not doing a swap deal. You either, sorry for hitting the mic stand. You either get Garnacho for 50 million minimum and keep Jackson. Let him fight for his place. Let him have a go and fight for his place at Chelsea. Do not let him come to Man United, respectfully. So we have to wait and see. It's guys, it's interesting. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But yeah, outgoings. Rashford to Barcelona. He signed his contract yesterday and he's now a new Barcelona player. I'm happy for him. Even though it didn't work out at Man United, doesn't mean that I can't be happy for him at Barcelona. And definitely, we will be watching. I mean, we have been watching. For this season, I've been watching multiple La Liga games, especially Real Madrid, several Real Madrid games, and Barcelona games. My brother is a Barcelona fan, so sometimes I've been watching, some Barcelona games with him here and there. So, yeah. I especially probably will be watching a lot more now. Just to kind of see how Rashford does. He's on loan. They're covering his full wages. Let's see. He now becomes the first English player to play for Barcelona since Gary Lineker signed in 1986. Imagine that. That's about what? If my math is correctly, 41 years ago? I was -9? Wow. And Marcus Rashford plus Gary Lineker are the only two English players to play for Barcelona since 1923. That's mad, That's mad. That's what? 102 years ago? Yeah, Barcelona don't really be having many English players, right? They don't. So, and Rashford, by the way, got the number 14 shirt that usually previously has been owned by Thierry Henry. Who's someone that Rashford has looked up to for years. So I generally do believe that Rashford is going to do well for Barcelona. I do think so. Yeah. Somebody cutting grass right now. I think it is. I hope that you can't hear the background noise. Let me know. But either way, I'm happy for him. I hope he does well. I feel like sometimes I don't like the hate that he's been gotten from some of the pundits. Oh, he drives what's it, Chevrolet Rolls Royce. Oh my God, he wears jewelry. It's like, who cares? Why he doesn't deserve to go to Barcelona? But who are you to say he doesn't deserve it? Okay, it didn't work at Man United, but we've had some good times with Rashford. When he's on it, he's on it. I still do think that there's a player there. Just because it didn't work at Man United doesn't mean that he can't do well elsewhere. Look at McTominay. He's half the player Rashford is. Rashford is much better than McTominay. If we look at it, at least the time at Man United, much better. But McTominay became the Serie A Player of the Year this past season. Won them a Scudetto, just cemented himself in history, Napoli's history. And a big part of that's huge. I'm not saying Rashford is going to do exactly that. That's not what I'm saying. But he's going to be backup. He's going to help out Rafinha. There's multiple games that he'll be able to come up from the bench, probably start some games here and there. And I think if there's anybody that can really get Rashford back to what he was, or maybe even better, I think it'd be Hansi Flick. This is Rashford's moment to really get your name back in there, broski. And I think he can. Okay? Yes, I'm not going to sit here and say that the fact that it didn't work at Man United, it's just Man United's fault. No, it's both Man United and Rashford's fault. But I can still be happy for him. I'm not Player FC. I feel like it's either people are, Rashford FC or they're Man United FC. Like, they're just going to super hate on him or they're going to hate on Man United. You can do something in between, something in the middle by ending up, what should I say? Of course, thinking it's a good thing that we part ways, wishing him the best, but also focusing on the club. Yeah, that's at least what I think. I think you can do both. But hey, we move. Another one that I'm not super gassed about just because this guy's, I need him to go, is Garnacho to Chelsea. Another Garnacho wants Premier League move, and Chelsea remain again attentive to the situation. No club-to-club talks, but still one of the names on the shortlist. Priority remains to advance on Xavi Simons at this stage, reported by Fabrizio Romano. So I think this, with Garnacho, we'll probably hear something maybe at the end of the window, closer to the window. I don't know. Once the season starts, there's still, about 3 weeks left or so before the season starts. So the time is running short. But I do still believe that Garnacho will be leaving. I would prefer him to go to Napoli, go outside, go to Liverpool, go somewhere else. His obsession with, I need to go to Chelsea, I don't get it. But he also would he wouldn't be opposed to going to an Aston Villa. So if I'm going to pick, I'd rather him go to Aston Villa than a Chelsea. I don't want him to help out Chelsea. He might actually end up doing well, but I don't want him to help out the Blues. I don't. So we have to wait and see. And before we wrap up, let's talk about the preseason. So, Man United, they're now in the U.S. Traveled yesterday to Chicago. We're going to be having a game on, basically it'll be Saturday night in the States, but for the rest of us, at least us that live in Europe and different time zone, a little bit more, what should I say, east, south? I don't even know. You know what I mean. It'll be Sunday morning, and I'm not, you see all of these fixtures here? You see them? Respectfully, I ain't going to be able to watch any of the U.S. games because they're way too early. I will be able to watch, rewatch, basically, the replay for the West Ham game that is coming up this Saturday, Sunday. And I'll do a reaction of that. But the other two, like I said, I'm going to be back at work next week, so I cannot stay up and watch games at 3 a.m., 4 in the morning. I can't do that. Even 11, I can't. I have to make sure I get my beauty sleep and go to work. So we'll just have to do some rewatch. Yeah. But West Ham is the first one, then it's Bournemouth and Everton. So we're one of 4 clubs competing in the competition, along with, the opponents. Each team will play each other once. The game scheduled as double headers on the same day in the same venue, beginning at the MetLife before moving on to Soldier Field in Chicago and closing at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. As with the regular Premier League season, each team will be awarded 3 points for a win and 1 point for a draw. Decided with the most points at the end of the 3 games will win the series. So this is basically a summer series. I don't know why we grouped ourselves with West Ham, Bournemouth, Everton, and then Man. And no disrespect, we almost was getting relegated, but this is just a bit ridiculous. What the hell are we doing? How far have we fallen down? That we're doing a summer series with West Ham, Bournemouth, and Everton back. Before we used to do it with Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Arsenal. They were like, nah, we're gonna go to Asia and do our own. Well, you can go to the States with West Ham and them men, just to help them out to get some more people in to watch. Ugh. Either way, the tour squad is as follows: Bayonde, Tom Heaton, Dermot Mee, Will Murdoch, and Andre Nana. Andre Nana is injured, but he did travel. Defenders: Diogo Dalot, De Ligt, Dorgo, Fredrickson, Aiden Heaven, Diogo Leon, Licha. He also still injured, but just traveled to join. Masraoui, Reece Monroe, Luke Shaw, Lenny Yoro, and midfielders are Casemiro, Toby Collier, Bruno Fernandes, Jack Fletcher, Sekou Kone, Kobe Maino, Mason Mount, Manu Ugarte, and then forwards we have Ahmad, Cunha, Heylun, Bendito, Montato, Brian Mbeumo, Chido Obi, Ethan Williams, and Joshua Xerxes. Did I say Cunha? By the way, Xerxes, I believe, also is injured, I think. He didn't play in the game against Leeds, but he joined preseason tour. Maguire didn't travel with them yesterday, but I believe he traveled earlier today. So he should be joining, even though it didn't say here in the in the list, but he should be joining. So yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see Mbeumo play. Cunha, what can they do? But we need to fix that midfield. So we need to get a striker. We might not get a striker before the season starts, by the way. It might be something that we tend to go back to at the end of the window to see if there's some prices being dropped, anything like that. Yeah, it's a madness, y'all. It really is. But hey, we shall see and we shall wait. I'm just going to see if there's any more news before we slowly wrap up. It's been nice going live again. I really missed it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, damn. Ooh, wait. Looks like Newcastle is trying to get Benjamin Šeško. Okay. Understand, Newcastle are attentive to Benjamin Šeško's situation at RB Leipzig, with Isak now keen on exit. Newcastle informed on Šeško deal cost while working on multiple deals, including Wissa from Brentford. And that was basically reported on 48 minutes ago. Now, Rizomano retweeted that about 5 minutes ago. So it looks to be that maybe they're gonna get Šeško, Newcastle. Wow. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Yep. That looks to be the case. Right now, at least. So, we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. I don't know, y'all. But, we're not getting him in. Once again, I did say I didn't really want him, so I'm not gonna sit there and act like I did, because I don't. But yeah. We're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for being here on this live stream. I'm gonna be back live on Sunshine, aka Sky's channel, in about less than 2 hours. Finally back to doing regular shows again. I've missed it, so I don't think you understand how much I missed it. We still have some little things left in the apartment. I'm literally looking at some empty boxes that I need to throw out, but there's some stuff that needs to just be fully sorted, and then we should be good. But yeah, still have some few days to get that sorted. But either way, thank you so much for being here for the stream. If you watch this on the replay, do let me know your thoughts about these transfers. I should probably, I won't be live tomorrow. Will I be live tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. No, I won't be live. If there's anything news related, we will probably be live, but I wanted to film a prediction preview for the Women's Euros final, which is going to be on Saturday. So the preview will be up sometime tomorrow. And then probably either watch along or most likely a reaction on Saturday. Yes. Okay. And that's that. Thank you again. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye-bye.